How you doing, folks? Got another video today on the Kraton, but before we get to that, I'm using a new camera today. Camera I got off Amazon. Really wasn't for searching for one, but I've been looking around and I saw this camera on, like I said, Amazon. It's a ThiEYE T3. It's supposed to be native 4K and a whole bunch of features on it, slow motion and 12 megapixel pictures. And I was looking around, and this camera everywhere else was retailing between $100 and $135. But on Amazon, and they had two of them, it was $56. So I thought, well, maybe it was just, maybe a return or something was wrong with it or it was mislabeled or whatever. So I took a chance on it anyways and got it. And indeed, it is brand new, all sealed up, had the plastic wrap around it and everything. And so this is my first video with it. And I have found out that my phone cannot handle anything above 1080p. It gets all choppy and everything, so I need to do some experimentation on the laptop. My phone isn't super old, but apparently it's old enough. So this is in 1080p at 60 frames per second and seems to be pretty smooth. The voice and the mic seems to be half decent like my other one, and my other camera that all of my other videos, if you go on my channel and look at my videos, they're all taken using this, and this is about a $30 camera. And it's been great, to be honest with you. 1080p, only 30 frames per second, but never had just a lick of trouble with this at all. So anyway, so now I've upgraded to this one, and looks like it's going to be pretty good for my purposes. But anyway, today, what I got in is I got in the Hot Racing upgraded Servo Saver for the 1/10 scale 4-wheel drives. I assume this will go in the Outcast, the Kraton, and probably the other 1/10 scale 4x4s, all the 3S models. Because this truck turns like a tank. It doesn't turn well, and I've seen a couple of remarks, people saying that they've upgraded the Servo Saver and it's improved it. So I said, what the hell? I think it was $18, $19 or something for this. So I grabbed it up. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to keep that off camera. But right after this, there will be a running video of it, and you're going to hear my comment. So, but anyways, my latest little project, and we'll see how that goes. Tires are in the plan for the future, but not quite yet. I want to try this first and see how this goes. So I will see you in a bit. All right, we're back, folks. I'm gonna test out this Hot Racing Servo Saver upgrade. But before we do that, I want to show you something that I wasn't happy with. Obviously, this is the old Servo Saver. The Hot Racing uses these stupid plastic inserts, and I'm a little ticked at this. This goes between the servo and the Servo Saver. It sticks right up in this slot right here. Of course, this one's not going to use it, I'm sorry. Because this attaches directly to the top of your servo. The Hot Racing one does not. It uses these cheap plastic inserts. Okay, and I've seen this before on cheap, ready-to-fly airplanes. They use them on those quite a bit. Every once in a while, I see them on some other things. And I can't believe that Hot Racing is using this. Now, I've had a couple of Hot Racing items, on my Typhon. There's two Hot Racing upgrades in it. And I expected, you know, no less of this. But, you know, all of the servos for the 1/10 scale, 4x4 truck line, they're all the same. It has the same spline, the same tooth count on their servos across the entire line, yet they made it oversized and force you to use this. Stupidest thing I've ever seen, and I'm really disappointed in that. So you can take that for whatever it's worth. I hate them. It shouldn't be on here. I spent $20, and you know what? That is the only thing between my servo and the Servo Saver. It's not even a direct line. Look at that. Now I got it all sandy, but who gives a shit? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And you know, on all my videos, I don't sugarcoat nothing. If I don't like something, you're gonna hear it. I paid for this with my own money. It wasn't given to me. It wasn't here, go out and do a good review for us and you can keep the product. Nope. I spent money on this myself. So the other thing I had to do, and I didn't change anything, and everything looked like it was a direct bolt in, I had to fix my endpoints on the steering. They were way off after I put it back in. Now maybe it was that way before. I mean, I know I set them when I first got the truck, and I set up this radio in the truck. But after I put it in, you know, I was checking it. It was way off. I had to redo the whole thing. So anyway, this is the first run with it. Hopefully the steering will improve, and that'll make me happier about everything else. But anyway, those plastic inserts, bullshit. That's what I say, bullshit. Shouldn't be that way. We're on 4S today. If you follow any of my other videos, you know, I've often mentioned, you know, I live in the land of sand and clay, and this is no different down here. Tons of sand to get in there in that spur gear. Well, I know it's a new area, but I'm really not noticing any difference in the steering. It's still turning like a tank. Look at that, that's all the way to the left. All the way to the left. I guess I need new tires, huh? All the way to the right. Definitely got to come off the power to turn. You know, maybe there wasn't anything wrong with my original Servo Saver. And maybe some of them that are coming out on them, maybe they are a little weak. Maybe they do have some issues. It's the same thing with the slipper spring. You know, some people don't have a problem, other people do, and they were looking for a solution, and they loved my video on the slipper spring. But this, I'm telling you, I'm not noticing any difference at all in my steering or the way that it handles with the new Hot Racing upgraded Servo Saver. And having that plastic piece in there, I'm telling you, I just threw away 20 bucks on this. So I am not a fan, especially of that, and I'm not noticing anything different. It's still turning awful, and you know, that's probably going to be tires that I'm going to have to do something about. Alright, well, I guess I'll call that a wrap. Not exactly happy with it. It's the same as it was. Now it's always in my mind that that in my steering I have a cheap little plastic insert, because Hut Racing wasn't smart enough just to machine it to fit right on top of the servo, which is what it should have done. Direct fit, metal to metal, put it right on there. Do not put that stupid plastic spacer in there. So, but no change for me. Drives exactly the same as it did before. Steering's exactly the same. So take that for what it's worth, and I will catch you on the next video.